Past experiences proves that indemnification clauses can be among the most dangerous terms in a design professional's contract. An indemnity contract arises when one party takes on the obligation to pay for any loss or damage that might be incurred by another individual, such as an owner, contractor, or subcontractor. Unfortunately, that same past experience tells us these indemnification clauses often are misunderstood by both parties to the contract. Additionally, non-specific indemnification language can lead to enormous unintended exposure for the design professional. Typically, indemnification clauses are governed by state law, and each state's law of indemnity is unique. Always consult with local counsel to be fully informed about indemnity terms in a contract that you're being asked to sign. But generally, for indemnification provisions to be enforceable, it must provide fair notice. In most states, fair notice is a question of law for a court. But in layman's terms, it means the indemnification clause must be conspicuous. This requirement is included so one party can't sneak indemnification language into a contract. Examples of conspicuous might include the use of all capital letters, large or bold-faced type, anything that calls the reader's attention to the indemnification language. Indemnity provisions hidden among unrelated terms and conditions are included on the reverse side of a document generally won't satisfy the fair notice requirement. One pitfall for design professionals arises where they agree to an indemnity clause that also requires them to defend another party to the contract, in addition to the duty to indemnify. The duty to defend is contractual in nature and is separate from the duty to indemnify. Professional liability insurance policies frequently include contractual liability exclusions. In other words, a professional liability insurance policy may not provide coverage if the design professional contractually agrees to defend an owner, contractor, or third party should a claim or lawsuit arise. Always check with your agent or your broker to understand your policy terms before agreeing to assume a duty to defend or indemnify another party to a contract. Design professionals should also be cautious about entering into contracts that hold the design professional to the same terms and conditions as the prime contract between the owner and the architect. At minimum, request a copy of the prime contract and have it reviewed by an attorney. Frequently, the prime contracts may contain indemnification language creating liability for claims the policyholder never intended to assume. Indemnification clauses are a minefield of potential liability. By exercising contract review services available under your policy, it may be possible to avoid agreeing to a duty to defend or indemnify that the design professional never intended to assume, and thereby avoid costly claims and lawsuits altogether.